Hi everyone, it is Beth with Flying by the Seat of My Plants, and I am working on part 2 of planting my peppers. I did put an email or a posting on our Facebook group, Flying by the Seat of My Plants, and telling everybody, you know, what type of peppers I'm growing. This way, if they want to let me know what plants they would be interested when it comes time for my plant sale. I just want to make sure I have enough. And I did get a lot of responses, so I was happy about that, which means there are some that I have to plant more of. But I left off, I'm just starting my lavender, and I already pre-moistened my soil, pushed down on it, and to make sure there's enough soil and it doesn't sink down when it's watered. So here I am now with, I did the purple lavender, the pink elegance lavender, and then the torch blue. Now, if you read the back of the lavender packet, it tells you, these are perennials. Now, this is where the zone comes in, okay? So I am in zone 6, A or B. It's kind of like, goes back and forth. So I always just say zone 6. This is a perennial in zones 7 through 10. So, but as far as starting, that's when you're going to go by your last frost date. So it's interesting. I have done cold stratification with lavender, and I never really had a lot of good luck with it. So this time I'm not doing cold stratification. Planting instructions. Now these seeds I got from Baker's Creek, and their planting instructions: start seeds indoors in late winter. Sprinkle on a moist paper towel, hold in fridge 30 to 40 days. Seeds will sprout, can be placed into pots and grown indoors until planting outdoors after last frost date. I am just putting the seeds in, and I'm going to see what happens. And I'm not doing this totally on a whim. I have tried the cold stratification, but I have watched other videos, and they have great success without the cold stratification. So I'm going to be a rebel, and I'm not doing it. So, all right. So here is, I already marked this. The purple I already put in there. The elegance pink I already put the seeds in. So here is the lavender torch, which I'm just going to sprinkle the seeds on top. And then I'm going to press them down. These seeds are very tiny. So, I'm not even making a divot. So what I'm going to do is just press down. To kind of get the seeds make good contact with the soil. That's all I'm doing with the lavender. And I'll keep you guys posted, see how they do this time. Okay, so that's the lavender. And actually, I forgot to change the camera around so you can see what I'm doing. So that's the lavender. The next I'm going to work on are the different herbs, and then the rest of my peppers, sweet peppers, and a couple other hot ones. So I'm going to change this camera so you can see. Okay, so I have these all marked for the lavender, and I just sprinkled. The seeds are very, 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 very tiny. Here, I'll show you. I don't know. You can see them right there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put the rest of these on there, and then just pressing so they make contact with the soil. And that's it. Okay, so the lavender's done. So the next thing I'm going to work on is, this is a broadleaf sage. Those are a little bigger seed. There's only a couple seeds in there, so anyhow, I'm going to press that into the soil, cover them up a little. Okay, that's the sage. Okay, so that's done. The next thing I want to do is rosemary. And for the rosemary, I think I'm going to do 12. Just making a little divot. Because I still have sweet marjoram I got to do and some thyme. Okay, I must have used that all last year. Here's another rosemary. There is rosemary seed. Oops. Putting a couple seeds in each one this time. And push them down a little bit and cover the seed up. I think these plants are so beautiful when they grow. Make sure I get my markers. Okay, rosemary's done. Thyme. I absolutely love thyme. It's one of my favorite herbs. And this is really tiny too. I don't know if you could see those. See how tiny they are? So I'm kind of just going to sprinkle those on top as well. And then push them into the soil. in time will come back again. See if it says anything about zones. It's a perennial, zones 5 through 9. So zone 6, I am good with this. Do a marker. And not only that, I mean, I just know because it comes back in my garden. So there is the time. And I'm just going to press down so the seeds make good contact. And that's the time. Okay, and the next I'm going to do sweet marjoram. Again, it's a very, very tiny seed. So I'm just going to sprinkle. And nobody really asked for anything like this, as far as the herbs go, so I'm only going to do 6 of those. And that is sweet marjoram. Just going to push those seeds down and maybe, you know, cover lightly with a little bit of the soil. But definitely pushing down so it makes contact. Okay, and the next I want to do is oregano. And those seeds are really tiny. Okay, I'm going to do it on here. And I'm going to sprinkle because they are so tiny. And these seeds I got from St. Clair heirloom seeds. So do another marker. Italian oregano. I almost forgot where I planted them. And these, I'm just going to press into the soil so it makes a good contact. And if any loose soil gets on top, that's good. But the seeds are so tiny, you don't want to bury them too deep. Okay, so that's done. So the other really important one that I want to get in is the stevia. Okay, stevia can take a while to germinate. Now these are from Johnny. That's Johnny's seed company. Now these can be a perennial for stevia, but that's in zones 9 through 11. So that's what the zones are for, to help you decide which is going to be, is going to come back in your zone. Okay, so stevia, I have these 12 and these 6, so I'm going to try and do 12. These seeds are so tiny. And they're saying there's 50 seeds in here. Wow. Alrighty. So stevia, sprinkle some here. Okay, now those were from Johnny's, and germination on stevia is not as high, but I am going to write stevia Johnny's. And put that here, because I did get also some stevia seeds from Eden Brothers. Now they're saying how many seeds are in this one. No, it's not telling me. I'm just picking these up with my fingernail. And I can separate these later. Oh, wrong one. Seeds don't want to come out. Okay, stevia, and I'm going to put Eden Brothers. press these all into the soil. And I can move the soil around a little just to cover them up lightly. Okay, so I have one more slot left, and in this slot I am going to start some celery. So stevia is done, and now I'm going to do the Utah tall celery. Again, just press it into the soil. Okay, and the herbs are going to go underneath my LED grow lights. And there was a time I did, last year I did a test on it to see if the germination was any different from my fluorescent lights to the LED lights, and actually there was no difference. So these are going to go over here. Okay, I'm back. I was searching for all my seeds and I forgot I took them into the other room, the peppers. Anyhow, I'm going to do things just a little bit different because I did post in the Facebook group the different peppers that I was starting, and it seems like jalapenos, people wanted the bell peppers, people wanted cubanelle, jalapeno. So, oh, and the Hungarian yellow wax. Here's the one this one's from M.I. Gardner. And this one, the way he describes it, because I have a couple different Hungarian wax peppers started. One is called a sweet. The other one is the hot. And then there is one, the sweet one is more, I think, of a chunky one, you know, fatter, round. But then here's a Hungarian yellow wax pepper from M.I. Gardner, and they describe this Hungarian yellow wax pepper is a creamy yellow translucent color, very similar to the banana wax pepper, just not as mild. Picked at an immature stage, it has a sweet, hot flavor, varying from warm to moderately hot. The color changes to an orange red, and the heat rises to an almost inedible, intense heat while keeping its sweetness. Great pepper for pickling or slicing, and this is the one I think that I really liked pickled. So anyhow, what I'm doing a little bit different this time is I'm going to plant 2 seeds in each one, which means I am going to have to up-pot a lot sooner, but that's okay. I just, you know, here is the King of the North bell pepper. I have a Golden California Wonder pepper, bell pepper, Purple Beauty, and of course the long purple eggplant I'm doing, shishito pepper, and the paprika, which is sweet and very mild. So anyhow, and I went ahead and put the seeds by them, did my markers all done, just so I know what I'm planting where and how many. So, all right, here is the King of the North bell pepper, and I'm just going to use this and make my little divots. This time I'm doing one on this corner and one over in this corner. to do the same with the Purple Beauty. Just diagonal from each other. And I'm not going to drag you through this whole thing, but I guess just recapping. And showing the rest of the seeds that I am starting. So at least now there's 2 different ways you could do it. And then I have my tomato seeds that I start that I do totally different than I do my peppers. So I could show you how I do those. But okay, so here's this first tray. So King of the North, I'm going to be putting in this one. I'm going to put 2 seeds in each one. 1 in each corner, so there's 1 there. And these seeds were all packaged for, let's see if they have it on here, 2022. It's an older seed, but if they're stored correctly, I shouldn't have a problem with germination. Okay, so that one's done. The next one is the Purple Beauty bell pepper. Oop, oh great. Got seeds flying all over the place. I don't want to get those mixed up. Okay, so I went ahead and I just finished this up, and this is where I did 2 in each cell. So King of the North, I did the Purple Beauty Bell, Golden California Wonder Bell Pepper, Long Purple Eggplant, I did 2 in each cell. The Paprika, I just did 1 in each one because there really wasn't a whole lot of interest in it. So that'll be 6 of those. The Cheeto peppers, another one of my favorites, and I only did 6 of those. So, you know, if somebody expresses an interest in it, I'm only going to have a couple of those. And I'm just covering up the seed. And these were all pre-moistened, the soil, just like I did before on the first video that I just did a couple days ago. And it gives more details on that, but I wanted to show you the herbs, what I did, and just the kind of sweet peppers I'm doing, and some hot peppers. Okay, so I got another tray done, and I just wanted to share this with you as far as, like, this one, I am going to put 2 seeds in each one because I want to double what I'm planting for the Hungarian yellow wax pepper and also for the Cubanelle peppers, which one of my favorites. And Cubanelle, I always do like at least 10 or 12 plants in my own personal garden. So I'm going to have like 36 because I got a couple requests for those. And then the pansies and viola. These are more of a spring flower, so I want a couple on I'm going to put like in a larger hanging basket type. And I'm just going to sprinkle the seeds on and push them down in there, and that's it. And then get these started. I'll put these out in my greenhouse for germination. And once the weather starts breaking, I will be bringing them out. These are a frost hardy flower. So these are going to be going on my picnic table, you know, just for the beauty of it. So, all right, so I think I'm going to end it here. The lavender, I'll keep you updated on that, because I am not following the directions on how to do that. So I have done the cold stratification, have not had luck with that. So we'll see how this goes, because I'm not doing the cold stratification this time. And that's about it, guys. I think I got all my peppers. I'm just going to finish this up. And I don't know, I guess that's it. So once again, thanks for joining me. And when I do my tomato plants, I'll bring you along for that, because that I do totally different. My tomato seeds, I'll probably put like, I don't know, maybe 6 to 10 seeds in one cell. And the reason why is because I do the plant sale, and I really want to start as many tomatoes that I can. So, and yeah, I'm going to have to up-pot those very soon after, you know, I put the seed in. But anyhow, I mean, last year I had like 3,000 plants in the plant sale. So, well, in the plant sale and for my personal. Anyhow, I had like 3,000 plants. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and let you go. And thanks so much for joining me. And I will talk to you on the next one. All right, bye.